So let's use the brand index again. So the supply and demand is a concept that we all might have heard one way or the other. It's a concept we all might have heard one way or the other that sorry. It's a concept that we all so yeah, supply and demand is a concept that we all might have heard that for every price movement that probably created a very impulsive move, the price is likely to come back to that zone. Likely to come back to that zone. This is a supply zone. For example, I don't know, let's first teach you guys the concept, then we'll probably head to chat and we'll see if we can show you some. And everybody has their own pattern of supply and demand. There are many different types of supply and demand. There are many different types of or pattern of supply and demand, but the most pattern or the most pattern I like the most is this pattern. There are different types pattern of supply and demand which you can see. That's why you have to go to the chart. After I'm done teaching you guys, go to the chart and practice for yourself. Know the one that occurs or mostly price obeys the most. And you can adapt with it. So this is for sell pattern, this is for sell. Then we can probably go for buy. Okay. If you look at this, you will notice that these two patterns are not the same thing. This and these are not the same thing. And these and these are not the same thing. If you notice in this one, price didn't take out any low. Price didn't break any low before going to break a structure. If you notice, but in this one, so what am I saying? In this one, price broke a low before breaking a structure. But in this one, price didn't break any low. Went straight, break a structure, then probably I'm coming. If you notice, price didn't break any low here. So supply and demand can actually come back in different form. For example, supply, many people can call it many things. Many can call it probably a resistance zone, a support zone, anything. I don't know. Many people call it different names. But most especially, I like calling it supply and demand because one thing about the market is that market works in supply and demand. When the buyers are high in the market, when the buyers are high in the market, I'm expecting price to come back on that zone because when price make that high, it leaves many gaps like imbalances and everything. So price has to return to balance those price. Price has to return to that zone to balance those price before continue its movement. Many people might call it support and resistance zone, anything you want to call it. I don't care. It's just a concept that okay, that when price vola- moves with high speed or volatile in a certain way, breaking a structure, the price will come back to that zone to balance the market because what goes up must surely come back. I don't know if you're very afraid, but what goes up must surely. So price has to go up. After going up, has to come back to that zone. Coming back to that zone now, this zone is a supply zone. Why for sell? This zone is a demand zone because we are expecting that okay, buyers will reciprocate the same energy they did there. So anybody entering in this zone, and something like one thing you have to understand is that not all supply zones will be obeyed in this market. That's why you have to understand that you can't just barely enter based on okay, fine, this is a supply zone. Then I'm entering here and putting my stop loss there and my TP here. Price can come. Okay, let me use this one as well. Sorry. Price can come, take out this low, and still go in your direction. That doesn't mean that this is not is not still a supply zone. This is still a supply zone. But obviously the price has to do its thing. Like you anticipated, or rather I can say that we anticipated that price is going to reverse here. And yes, our anticipation was right. But our entry might probably not be right because anybody that set a limit here, anybody that set a limit order or buys when price is in this zone, is going to take get stop loss. Your stop loss is going to face it before going up the direction. So you have to understand that even though price violated this low or this zone is still a surprise zone. Because market later obeyed the zone, regardless that this zone was taken out. Like this zone that we actually anticipated that price is going to reversing was taken out. That doesn't stop this thing from being a surprise zone. Because let's say for example, let me clean this thing. Let's say for example, price came here and took out this thing. Wait, sorry. Let's say for example, price came here, took out this and did this thing, and came back here and did this thing. Well, it should probably enter from here. Because from there he has always told me that okay, fine, no. I don't know, many people might probably call this thing manipulation and anything. But me, I like saying that price did this thing. I probably call this thing manipulation. Oh, price manipulated this price. I'm probably going to the direction. But you can probably call it anything you like. But this you will see shaggy. Because most of the times market will probably even take you out before going in your direction. That's why it's always good to confirm. You have a confirmation entry. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. If price do this thing in this zone, I'm entering here. If price doesn't do this thing, I'm staying out. if price do this thing in this zone, I'm entering. If price doesn't do this thing, I'm staying out. Because your and that doesn't stop your that doesn't make or price taking out this low doesn't necessarily mean your anticipation was right. You anticipated that price is going to go up. The anticipation was right, but when will price go up? You don't know. So price has to give you a reason to go up in this zone for you to enter. Price has to give you a reason for you to go up. If price doesn't give you any reason, you stay out. There's no point being there or entering the market when the price doesn't give you any reason. So you have to understand that price has to create liquidity. There are different types of zones, like you see different type. Price might probably do this thing, come down, create some liquidity around there, still come back here to the zone. Then voila. That doesn't still mean that this is still the demand zone. All these things that price is creating here, all these things that price is creating here are liquidities. Price is just creating liquidities. Okay, probably someone might think that okay, fine. Price didn't reach here. Oh. Probably this is where price is, oh, and price is already going up. I don't want price to leave me. Oh, and jumping. Boom, price is back to the zone. And you are in drawdown. And if you are not strong enough to hold, you can probably close your trade. Oh, I don't like this drawdown. So probably close your trade. Or let's just say maybe you use there as your stop loss. Probably you enter around there and use there as your stop loss. Price will take you out before even moving upward. Price will take you out before moving upward. So it's only those that probably use this low as their stop loss that price might probably later reverse and come into profit. So you have to understand, like supply and demand zone. Supply and demand supply zone are zone where price is likely to reverse or continue from anyone. Reverse or continue from. Same thing with demand zone. Demand zone are zones where price are likely to reverse and continue from. And the higher the time frame, the stronger the zone. Don't expect a 3 minutes zone to be stronger than a 4 hours or 3 hours zone. The higher the time frame, the stronger the zone. You know what? Let's head to the chart and let's see. Let me show you guys move drawings. I don't like removing this drawing, but move drawing. Let's use 0 USD for example, or GPUSD. Sorry. Let's use JPUSD for example, please. Alright, why is this not working? Let's go to 4 hours. Okay. Yeah. What the price is there? Came back. This all this is a demand zone. And I don't know if I said this, but the more a demand zone has been tested, the more likely it's not going to hold again. The more likely it's not going to hold again. That's what you have to understand. The more a demand zone is tested, this let's give an example. First example, this is a demand zone. Price came to this demand zone. What did price do? Price came up, break the zone in the direction of the trend though. You have to be trading in the direction of the trend of the market. That's why you have to understand price. You have to understand price. Because someone might be able to trade this. This is a demand zone. This is a demand zone. Price came to this zone, put down to this zone. And the person that might that's why you have to understand that where your stop loss and everything has to be. Someone that might be putting take profit here. This market is clearly on an uptrend. So your main in as much as your main trend is up, that doesn't mean you don't have to take a sell. Even though sometimes I won't advise anybody to take a reverse or counter trend trade because percent of the time it's going to stop you out if you don't know what you are doing. 90% of the time it's going to stop you out if you don't know what you are doing. So you have to understand this is a demand zone. Price came to this zone, created you see the volatility in this market. It left down. See down. Price has to come this. So price came back. Sorry, price came back and price came back to that zone. Someone might trade this thing. I see this thing also as far as this time because yes, why not? Price broke this high, came back, broke this low. This was the last low. This was the last low. Price broke it impulsively, came back. Someone that is good that knows what he knows what he has to look for before entering a trade and probably take this trade. Who tell you that you can't take a sell in a buy move? But this obviously is going to have in mind that this is the original trend though. This trend is up. See this demand zone. Price obeyed it. See, because the price is in uptrend. Price obeys demand zone. This is the demand zone. See the pattern I told you guys. Took this low, broke this high. Then they came back to that zone. Boom, boom. Came back. See, price this is a demand zone was the last structure. Market the last sell structure. This was the last sell structure. Market broke it. Came up, broke this high. Came back to that zone. Came back to that zone. So supply and demand zone are zones where prices are likely to come back. Because this now is already like, okay, seems like market is already changing trend. Someone that should be able to buy, or someone that are long distance here, even though you shouldn't just long it, just long it for longing's sake. Oh, this is man zone. Okay, let's say we have to trade this thing now. Sorry. Let's just say we have to trade this thing. Market came to that zone. Wow. Gave us bullish structure. Market broke this high. Then we should be entering. This is already a zone in the lower time frame. This is a zone. On the, you go to play this time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes time frame. This created this was an impulsive move that broke this high. This is already a zone. You put this is your confirmation entry. Yeah, okay, and price is most likely to last from here. You probably set pips stop loss, 64 pips stop loss. So it's reduce your stop loss self. Most like, and if you don't want to, oh, probably let me be safe because this like this like a safe zone. This like a protected load. That price most likely will not be this low. Stop loss be here. Yeah. Your stop loss will be below the low. Then your take profit should be that high. This high, most likely price is going to take it out. So supply zones and demand zone are zones that price is likely to obey. Price is likely to obey. Doesn't mean that price won't sometimes disobey them. Or okay, this is a demand zone. We all know that this is a demand zone because price came, broke this low, but price didn't respect this low when it was coming up. Reason because generally we're in an up movement. So we can't be expecting this price. We can't be expecting this price or this one to obey to be obeyed. As when price came, as when price came and did something like, as when price came and did something like this, price came down, broke this low to here, then come up. We can be anticipating. We are not yet sure. We can be anticipating that price might obey because it seems like the structure of the market is about to change. We might be anticipating that seems like price wants to change trend, but let's see what it does here. Then we will know. But for now, we are bullish. So these are zones where price most likely to obey. Okay, now look at this thing now. Price broke here. This become a demand zone. Price came to that demand zone, dropped. It's possible that price might probably continue up because if you guys look at it, demand zone, I feel like demand zone, this is a lower time frame demand zone. This is a lower time frame demand zone. Price might come up, break this high, continue up. Price might to come down. You don't know what price is. So you have to wait for price to tell you what exactly he is doing and he wants to do. Before let's go to another. Sorry, my network is disturbing me. Let's go to gold. Okay. Okay. See gold. This is a demand zone. This is a demand zone. Price came, broke the structure, came back here, broke the structure. These two is the demand zone. So probably when the market open, anticipating, expecting the market to probably reverse from here. It's possible. Market will probably reverse from here. And price might decide to come back to this zone. Price might decide to come back to this zone. We don't know. This is a zone. This is a zone. And the zone continues on. So you have to understand that market zones or supply and demand zone doesn't necessarily mean or doesn't it's not a must that market is going to reverse from that place. Market no it's not a must, but market is most likely to reverse from that place. So if you go to the lower time frame, you see various demand zone. Let's go to lower time frame, for example. This is higher time frame. Or let's use 0 USD. Let's use a pair that we haven't gone to. Okay, let's start from here. Price came, broke this low, broke this high, came to this zone, reversed. Price came to this zone, reversed. So on and on. Well, how does it mean that it's a must that every time price comes to that zone is good? And the more a zone has been touched, the most likely is going to like the next is going to be broken. And let me look for a zone that has been touched multiple times. Let me try and maybe I can see a zone that has been touched multiple times. You see, for example, this is a zone. Did price obey it? No, price didn't obey it because the overall trend of the market is bearish. Price came, voila, broke it, even though it wanted to give some bullish sign. Wanted to give some bullish sign here, but didn't. Came back down. So more likely you have to go to the chart and look for this where price broke structure then came back. Study what price actually did in those zones. Study what price did in those zones. It's more like when you are trading support and resistance. You don't just trade because oh this is support and resistance. Let me just trade. Oh this is support and resistance. Let me just trade it. Bah. You set your limit. Or immediately buy touches that place. You buy. Boom. You have to wait and see what price is price going to obey that zone? Is price giving me a bullish momentum? Is price giving you a bullish momentum? You buy. If it's a surprise, if it's a demand zone, and a supply zone, if price giving you a sell momentum, you sell. I don't know if you guys are understanding I hope you guys are following me in this concept. Oh yes, are you guys understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, I am understanding.
Okay. So you have to understand that these are likely zones because one thing I understand, I don't all these SMC supply that all those things, if you know how to use them well, it works. Because sometimes you hear SMC guys or ICT guys battering supply and resistance, something like that. See, if you understand all these things, understand what you are looking for, you know that all these concepts works depending on how you use them. There's no concept that doesn't work in the market. It just depends on who is using it and how you're using it. So you have to understand what actually works for you. Okay. Let's go back to the JP. Who is talking? At this point, does anybody have any question or have any question, please? At this point, does anybody have any question? So, like you are saying, see, these zones, look at this JPUSD. You find out that these zones obeyed multiple times. This zone obeyed. Okay, price didn't come to this zone. Didn't reach this zone before reversing. Concept. Price didn't reach this zone before reversing. But price reacted to this zone. You understand that these are zones. Price is most likely doesn't mean that price is going to 100% of the time price pass from it, most likely should expect violent reaction from those zones. But I can follow your opponent, price is going to lack in those zones. So putting those concepts together, all these concepts I've taught you guys, structure, supply and demand, that's how you frame your trade setup. That's how you frame your trade setup. Because okay, what Oyeze or charity, as in Dorothy, sorry.
I'm here.
Dorothy. Okay, Dorothy is not with us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oyeze, the structure of this market is what?
For me. From this
Sorry, I can't hear you.
mark, you want me, which part are you talking of?
I mean the structure of this market. What is the structure of this market is what? What's the structure of this market?
Bullish.
Exactly. So you should be expecting more of demand zone to be obeyed, because this what you'll be looking for in this bullish is buy. You should be expecting more of the demand zone to be obeyed than supply zone.
Okay.
Until market changes direction, then you should be anticipating for supply zone to be this is a supply zone. This is a supply zone. But is it going to hold? We don't know. The market is in a bullish structure. So the probability of this supply zone to hold is low. It might temporarily hold, come down here, probably do something like this, and continue up. It might temporarily hold. Or price will come, take it out from there. No time. You don't know what price will do. Or price will still come. This zone now, this zone that is here, price might probably come, take it out, react on this zone here, then continue its bullish, probably react from here. If price want to change direction, probably react from here, then probably start coming down. If price is actually changing to bearish. So you don't know. You are just anticipating what price you do depending on what price is actually giving you at the moment. So supply and demand zone. One thing, for a supply and demand zone to be valid, these are rules. Rules for a supply and demand zone to be valid. For a supply and demand zone to be valid, it has to break structure. It has to break structure. That's number one. Even though, they say for every club there is a Judas. Even though there are some demand and supply that necessarily doesn't have to break structure. But if you look at it in the lower time frame, you find out you see that even that one that didn't break structure in the higher time frame broke structure in the lower time frame. It has to break structure. Take out a high or low. This no the more a zone has all these things, the stronger it has to be. The stronger it's going to be, or price is going to hold up, is going to reverse from that point. A zone like this is what I mean by taking out probably price that took out a low, then came back for destruction. Price is most likely hold in this zone than when price just do this thing, then come back leave the zone. Price didn't take out any low or any high here. It's not like this one is not going to hold though. It's not like it's not going to hold. But the more these factors are in a zone, the higher the probability of it holding. The more these factors are in a zone, the higher the ability of it holding. I don't know if you understand. Okay, let's see this example. This thing took out this low. It took out this low. Did price obey the zone? Yes. This thing took out this low. Did price obey the zone? Yes. Okay, look at this supply zone now. I don't know if you guys can see it. Sorry. Price took out this low. This price obeyed this zone. Yes, price obeyed it. Because if you have to mark out this zone now, it's those that are going to refine it that's probably going to be waiting for price to come in. But price didn't read it. But that doesn't necessarily mean was person that marked out all this zone. Price reacted from it. Came down. Even this one, this price reacted this one temporarily. Price took out this low, broke structure. Even price reacted from it, but it was temporarily. So the higher the criteria, the more or the probability of price respecting that zone. Even if you entered probably a buy trade in this trade. Let's say you entered a buy trade in this trade. Probably expecting price. Let's just say expecting price to take out this high. At least it should be up 1:2.7, and you should be by probably taking your partial set to break even by then. For price reversed. You have to understand. Okay, look at this zone too. Look at this zone too. Price took out this high. Price took out this high. This price respect the zone. Yes, price respected it full time. Anybody that's shorting probably should be shorting from here, I guess. And your TP should be this low. Boom, full TP. You're out of the market. So anybody that is expecting price to probably obey this low, even price came back, obeyed, but it was temporarily, obeyed this zone, came back, obeyed this zone again. Because why not? He took out this high, came back again. So price obeyed this low, but it was temporarily. It was a temporal move. But the price obeyed it, yes, but it was temporary. So you have to understand that there are zones that price is most likely to obey. There are zone price. Okay, I don't know if you watch. I told you that it's not necessary that it's going to break structure. But okay, let's just say it broke this structure. Because if well, let's say it broke this structure. But if it were in the higher time frame, you see that price didn't break structure in this thing. But did he obey the zone? Yes, he obeyed it. Price sold. I'm telling you. Price sold. If you go to higher time frame, let's go to higher time frame and see this zone now. The price didn't break structure in that zone. Where is the zone? See the zone here. This was the last structure. Price didn't break structure. But was the zone obeyed? Yeah, the zone was obeyed. So it's not going to be exactly picture perfect like this every time. That's why you have to train your eyes to be able to see. Go to market, backtext, which zone, what pattern. We don't call it pattern, but I would just say attribute of price has to give up for this zone to hold. Price didn't break, but this zone held. This zone held. Because anybody that would have shot from here would have probably made a lot of money from here. They have probably made a nice, probably targeting this load, because that's the best load we would have targeted. And the person that left it would have, who knows? 1 to 3, you're out of the market. So in conclusion, these zones are not necessarily these zones are zones in the market that price will most likely obey. And when you are looking at this zone, you're looking at it in respect to market structure. In respect to the market structure. Let's say, for example, now this zone now. Was he obeyed? Yes, but was it temporarily? This zone was obeyed, but it was temporarily. You see, it was temporarily. And did he even, if you look at this zone, he even took out this zone. If I zoom more, let me zoom. You find out that price took out that zone. You find out that price took out that zone. Did he still respect the zone and came back? Yes. So probably someone might be like, oh, price broke out this load. So that means this zone is not going to hold again. That doesn't necessarily mean that this zone is not going to hold again. Well, fight is not like it held totally, but it held temporarily. Because someone that probably might have sold here after this high has been made, because I told you have to see if price is going to give you what you need, or probably someone that sold here. Because price came back here, broke this main structure, And if you go to the lower time frame, you will see structure by this now will be a structure break, come back to origin of that structure, small demand zone. But I'm just using this higher time frame because when I got to the lower time frame, I'll probably not see this. Boom! Guy came here, take your profit and you're out of the market. Sorry guys, can you guys hear me now? Please, sorry for the small. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry, please. If you can hear me, please indicate. Please. Sorry for the small disconnection on
Yeah,
network.
I can hear you, but I can't see your screen any longer.
Okay, no problem. I'll share my screen real quick. Don't worry, I'll share my screen real quick. You guys can see my screen number. Okay, so sorry for the network issue. So like I was saying, I would have added liquidity here. But liquidity should be our next topic in our next class.
Referrals.
That's why I would have added liquidity here. But that should have been our liquidity. That's why so I thought you got break of structure. Even though this take out of a high is or low, but I just decided to say it so that in our next class I'll be teaching you guys the criteria. That doesn't mean that it's possible that price might probably have or a zone might probably have all these things. Price will still break out of those. I'm not respect the zone. As I told you, price has to give you a reason. Anywhere you are buying or selling, price has to give you a reason to buy or sell. That doesn't necessarily have to be supply and demand zone. Have done justice to it. I don't know if any of you have any questions on this supply and demand. Onyeze, are you talking? Do anybody have any?
Sorry, my question is, what reason is price going to give you before you are sure of your entry?
What traces the price is going to give you? That should be on our class. That should be on our class on confirmation entry and entry criteria. That's why I didn't want to bombard you guys with everything once. That's why that the reason of you just need to understand zones that are most likely to be obeyed.
Okay. For now, I've understood what you've said so far.
You just need to understand zones that are most like mark out those zones. This price respect it.
Okay.
No, between this pattern, and this pattern, which price does which of this does price obey the most?
Okay.
And if price obey this one the most, you focus on this one the most. That doesn't mean if you see opportunity in this one that you don't take it. But
Okay.
it's good to understand that this that if price leaves this, for example, now this price give a very big zone that broke structure in this thing. But the price obey this zone. Price obeyed it, but it was temporarily. The price break this structure. No, price did not break this structure, but price obeyed this zone. Price obeyed the zone and went down, broke this structure. Price obeyed it. You need to understand because anybody, if I were to even trade this, because typically price was in a downtrend, came, broke this high, came back to this zone. Well, didn't really reach this zone, sha, but yeah, I would say came back to this area. What's the area of demand? Came back, if we didn't reach it, broke this structure, came back to this zone. So anybody entering on this zone now will probably be anticipating for price to break the structure. Anybody which price didn't break it was almost. But anybody that is taking part, some people used to hold till TP. Why some people used to take partial? So the person would have taken partial, or let's just say probably the person decided to take this high as his TP. His TP would have hit. But anybody that would have taken this high would have came back to your entry. The reason why this zone didn't hold complete, I don't know. I'm not the one that moved the market. So you have to go by what the market is giving you. And I feel like this movement should be news movement. I don't know, but it should be news movement. I don't know. I feel like this is FOMC. I don't know, but yeah, I'm guessing that this should be news movement. Price came back, took those low out. Obviously, the price is still going to come up, oh. But he has to do his thing because his price came down, took those low, then come up. Why didn't he go up immediately? Since obviously you are going up, why didn't you just go up from here? Nah, it goes up, come down, and it's continue going up. You don't know what price is going to move. Even if price wants to go up and do this, price probably is in an uptrend that wants to go up and start doing this ranging, came down, broke before going up. It doesn't matter because you won't be the. He has to do. You have to leave it to do his thing. I'm not the one moving the market. You're just following by their footstep. It doesn't matter what the price move. Price has to give you a reason. If it's not giving me a reason, I'm not entering. Price has to give me a reason to enter on any zone that I've marked. Obviously, some zone is going to list your surplus because one thing I have to understand in this trading is surplus is inevitable. But 90 of those zones that you marked, the price gave you a reason will go in your direction. Someone is saying that you should be able to hear me. I don't know. Cosmos, you can't hear me. customers you should be able to hear me. Oh yes, they can hear me.
I'm hearing
Oh yes,
you.
they
I'm hearing you.
can hear me. So what's okay? Shiku saying that you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, someone is saying that you can't hear me. I don't know, but I know that my mic is on, fully on. So yeah, so you have to understand that there are criteria for a high or low to be obeyed, and each of these criteria has to be met. And not just meeting, if price doesn't give you a reason of reversing on that zone, there's no point entering in that zone because that is most likely going to be a fake out. Or would I say manipulation, anyone you guys want to call it. So you need to understand that supply and demand zone are zones that price you most likely react from. So I don't know. So all you have to do is go to chart, mark out your supply and demand zone, see if price obeyed any of those zones. And on any pair you are trading, or it's going to work. Go to gold, go to DSY, go to even crypto, go to Euro JPY. Price will obey those zones. See Euro JPY, price obey the zone. It's a zone. Price obeyed the price went up. This is a zone. Temporarily, price obeyed it, came down. So just what you have to do, and this is a zone. Price obeyed it. I don't know. Price came down to this zone. I heard on this zone is coming down. You have to understand, like this trade now was taking, but the prices might. I was expecting price to come to this zone fully, but price didn't come to this zone. I probably took profit when I saw that price was probably reversing from here. This zone, so you need to understand what price is doing at that particular point in time. To know, okay, fine, this zone is going to react, this zone is not going to react. Okay, let's say for example now this is a zone. Clearly this is a zone because does it have the criteria we need? Obviously, yes, it broke structure. It broke structure. It broke structure. If price respect it, yes, but price first took it out. Look at price took it out, came back, respected it. Anybody that was impatient that would have set limit from here, sure, probably set limit from anywhere. Then the high would have taken you out. Why the patient ones would have waited for confirmation? Price came back, body structure. Then you know that price is going for a short. Only you enter there, it should be your stop loss. Then your take profit should be this low. Boom! Price came out, came to the zone, went down straight. No, nothing. So guys, I don't know. I don't know if anybody has question, but if you have question, I guess you should just ask it. Then you should go to your chart, pick any pair, pick any pair you feel didn't fit. This is a zone on a lower time frame. It took out this high, came back, broke structure. Price respected the zone. Telling me, respected the zone. And anybody that was in this trade, this Friday's trade, I guess, this Friday trade, yeah. Anybody that was in this short or something like that, probably be expecting to take his money here. And by now, the person that is in this short should be in break even by now. So if market even decided to come back in a risk-free trade, so you have to understand that there are zones in this market or the price is most likely to react from. So guys, our next I would have incorporated liquidity, but I've not talked about liquidity. So liquidity should be our next class, I think. So you have to understand. So when you put structure, liquidity, and all those stuffs together, you'll probably be able to find a better zone. Okay, for example, now look at this zone. Okay, this zone took out this low, broke this structure. Price came back to the zone. Voila. Price came back to the zone. And you decided to take a profit from this high. Boom, price came, reach your TP, continue going up. And another person will be expecting price to come to that zone, but price didn't respect the zone again. You have to understand that price has zones which it actually respects or reacts from. So guys, you just have to go to your chart, mark out the possible demand and supply zone, whether old or new, that price is most likely going to react from. Mark out the old and new price is most likely going to react from. The next possible demand zone now, like for example, next possible demand zone I'm expecting price to react from is here. Even though price has already reacted from itself. This is zone I'm expecting price to react from. If price comes to this zone and it doesn't give me what I need, I'm not entering it. Because it obviously meet my criteria. It took out this low, broke this structure. Then coming back, I'll see this as a retracement. I'm expecting price to give me some moves. Yeah. Probably give me a confirmation that this downtrend though, I'm done with it though. I'm about to go up. Then I'll probably enter. Boom, my TP. My TP should be that probably this it should be my first TP, second TP, then third TP. This high. So guys, like you just have to enter your chart, back test on this supply and demand zone. No. Then if you have any question, probably drop into the group. Then I'll probably answer your question when you are doing the back test and stuff like that. So you just have to understand that some zones in which price reacts from. Go to your chart, mark up those zones. Mark up those zones, whether you are right or wrong, mark it up. If it's a future zone, see what price does to it. Tomorrow market is open this night. Tomorrow is Monday. This week is Monday. Now our next class is Friday. Before our next class, mark up the future. Go to 15 minutes. Go to 1 hour time frame. Mark up those zones. Know if market reacted from it. Then during the week, if you have any question, if market reacts from it, or if you have any question during your markup, drop the picture in the group. I'll reply you when I see the question. So guys, I feel like I've given you guys your assignments already. 11 o'clock. So this class has lasted almost 1 hour, and I won't like it to be that longer than this. So I don't know if anybody has any question. Then if not, I think you are done for today. Does anybody have any question?
For now,
Anybody have any?
no. For me, for now, no. Till I start the assignment.
Okay. So this video is still there for you to come back and watch it. Please, I'll be
Okay.
dropping the link on the group. Dropping the link on the group in case if you don't understand that. Come back and watch the video again and again and again. Do your testing. If you don't understand anything, let me answer you. If I see the message. So yeah, so guys, I think the work is best for you to go to your chart, mark up those zones. Our next class, after all, we have like 5 days to our next class. Mark up those zones, know what the market is doing, then see if market actually reacted on those zones. Then on Friday next week, that should be our next class, which will probably talk about liquidity. Then we can, and on Sunday is confirmation entry. We'll probably be done with most of the important things. Other things are risk management and psychology. Then you compile all those things I've been teaching you: structure, supply and demand, liquidity, and your confirmation entry. You can probably enter your markets, and if you use stop loss, fine, you are wrong. If you use your TP, you take your money and go. So guys, I think that will be all for today, and if you have any question during the backtest or during the week, you can probably drop it on the group and I'll answer you guys. So I'll be dropping this link of this video to the group in case anyone wants to rewatch it. So yeah, good night guys, and